Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of lifestyle videos, motherhood vlogs, but I also talk a little bit about living with debt, living on one income as a family of 4, and all that jazz. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. I also put up shorts kind of just showing our family life and stuff like that. So hopefully you subscribe if you haven't already. To all of you that have been here before, let's do this. We're going to talk about our November budget. I'm also going to take you through just a tiny bit of like what's been happening in October, because it's the 26th. I didn't have time to film this before today because if you can't tell, I've been sick for almost a week and a half at this point. So I have not had time or the energy to film like a mid-month reset. So instead, I might show you guys a little bit about what's been happening, but my like end of month roundup will be up in like a week or two. Anyways, I'm gonna also take you through my goals and whatever else I want to babble about today. You guys know that I like to chat, so don't mind the stuffy like nasally congestion. That's just, I want to talk about my goals first. So I'll do my October goals, how those went. We'll go through what I have for November, and then we will go through the budget for November as well. I always have timestamps below where you can like skip if there's any part that you want to do. I might start doing these videos a little bit differently, a little bit more aesthetic, but I don't have time. Right now I'm a mom of 2 and they are insane and I love them to death, but they are my first priority. So I'm currently in my husband's office while he watches the baby. My toddler is napping, aka playing in her room, probably listening to me right now. I need to do this. I need to edit. I need to make family dinner because I've added family dinner with Ben's family onto my plate. I don't know what I'm thinking. So let's get through this. Cool. Okay, so here is October. What did we do in October? Prioritize water. I would say yes. I don't think I've been perfect, but I've been much better. So I'm gonna say yes. Track foods in MyFitnessPal and on vacation. I did that for the most part. I've had like a couple days that I haven't. Have fun on vacation, but eat intuitively. I think I did that as well. We did have a vacation at the beginning of the month, so I will link that if you guys are interested. So at the end of this month, we'll talk through like how much we spent on our vacation, things like that. We just went on a road trip through Western Wisconsin. We didn't do anything crazy. We have like a 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and an 8-month-old. So we weren't gonna be doing anything nutso, but still wanted to have a good time on that trip, and we did. Moving on to social media and money. If you guys are new here, I am a stay-at-home mom, but I'm, you know, trying to be a content creator. I love creating videos on YouTube. I also do them on TikTok and Instagram, so make sure you're following me there if you're not already. But the couple things that I have on my list here is less eating out. So this includes social media and money, meaning they're like connected. I might unconnect them next year. We'll see. Less eating out outside of travel. And we did that. Let's see. Film for YouTube and vertical in Wisconsin. I did that. Try to stay as low spend as possible outside of vacation and doctor. Kind of. We did have like a big Old Navy haul though, which will be in my vlog if you haven't seen my shorts on it. So I won't give myself that one just because we did end up spending outside of our budget. Do things on fall bucket list. We've been doing that. Meal ingredient prep 1 to 2 times a week. Yes. And then look into the learning techniques for Ivy. I keep not doing this. I don't know. I'm also thinking about doing like a no screens November because she like screens help me so much, having her watch a show while I'm trying to put Poppy down, but she is a bear after she watches TV. She is just so cranky that I don't even know that it's worth it. But then I also need to get Poppy down for a nap, and that's difficult because Poppy needs to be held. So it's like a whole thing. So if you have any tips, let me know. But let's look at November. What do I have on my little goals here? I don't even remember writing these, so we'll see what they are and if I still agree with them. Focus on whole nutrient dense food. I want to do a specific challenge around this. Okay, I am planning on doing this. I was just talking to Benjamin about this. And start up supplement routine. So I could do a whole video on this, but I basically had a meeting with my doctor, my naturopathic doctor, for like chronic illness, that kind of stuff that I deal with occasionally. And I'm just really want to focus on like whole nutrient dense food. I have to get like a procedure slash surgery done in November, and I'm trying to lose weight. I've lost 10 pounds, by the way. I just want to really focus in on food. I'm not going to be like crazy about it, but I just need to be eating more nutrient dense food. Start my supplement routine. That's also something Ben is helping me put together literally right now that my naturopath has me on. Nothing crazy. I don't like doing like random supplements. I only do things that make sense based on blood work. Get back to just 1 coffee per day unless there's a big reason. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Cut back on creamers. Keep up steps in working out even if it gets cooler. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this one off because I feel like this is actually a better goal. Up steps to 8 to 10K a day, apart from after surgery, heal after surgery, then taking off work. So yeah, those are my goals, I guess, for next month. Social media and money, I have a low spend month. I would like to do that unless there's stuff we actually need from Black Friday, but I doubt it. Find 1 paid partnership. This is like a big goal, but I'll keep it on there. You never know. And put up posts every day on Instagram and TikTok, at least 1 a week on YouTube. We'll do 4 to 5 days a week. Put up posts 4 to 5 days a week on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. Home and family prep for winter, for clothing. Look at clothing for all family members. Okay. Declutter closets. Yes. And prep more foods for Poppy to try. Yes. Okay. So those are going to be my goals for November. Thanks for doing them with me. Okay, let's do this one. Now, if I go to October and I talk a little bit about mid-month check-in, so we have about $2,400 left now. That is not including what is on our credit cards, and we have been putting like a lot of stuff on credit cards, like groceries, things like that, and then I'll pay that off probably in a couple days. So that number will change, but technically that's how much money we have like left in our budget because not everything is through there. Currently, the only thing that's like really off is personal spending, and that was part of the Old Navy stuff. I had to up Cora and Finn's budget because Cora ended up going to the vet at the beginning of the month, so we did that. And then travel I also upped. I just like moved a couple things around in this budget, which I'll explain more later. I did pay my phone bill, it just hasn't come out yet. All of our income is in. I made $100, which is exciting, from a brand, so that was super exciting. And yeah, I don't really feel like there's anything to bring up to you yet. We are doing pretty well though. So we'll see how much money I can either pull over to next month into November and or what we can push to savings. So that'll be exciting. Okay, moving on to November. If we look at this area, planning on variable expenses being about $34.85, bills being about $32.21, debt being about $500, our income being about $7,400. So I budgeted everything except for about $197. Let's see what I did with it. So if you go to monthly bills, monthly bills are pretty much all the same. I don't think there's anything different in here. Non-monthly bills, we don't have any in November. I can't believe it's November, by the way. That's crazy to me. And then variable expenses, let's see, debt is also, that should be unchecked. Typical, okay, so it's really variable expenses that we're gonna look at closely. So groceries, I budgeted $1,500. We'll see how that goes, especially with this new like family dinner. We might have to like look at asking family if we want to do family dinner to like pitch in a little bit, since it would be like 1 meal a week that we're paying to feed like 4 additional people. So but for right now I'm not gonna worry about that. Eating out, I have at 200. I don't even know that we'll use that, especially if I do like a Whole Foods based thing. So maybe I'll cut that down to 150. Medication and supplements, I have at 200. I don't know that we actually need that much, but I'll talk to Ben about that and possibly change it. I did up household supplies because we have a big who gives a crap order coming out, which is we order our like paper products online because they're like recycled and like better for the environment from this who gives a crap company. So that is that. Household supplies, did that one, 175 for personal. I don't even know that we need that. I put $100 in for medical, but we really shouldn't need that either. I might just zero that out because honestly, what would we be paying for medical? Like maybe I'll have a charge from acupuncture cupping. Utilities I have at 300. Car I have at 250 because we need an oil change, so I upped that. Cora and Finn I have back at 160, although Cora's supplement will have to come out. We'll just do 200, I guess. Miscellaneous 50, birthdays, holidays 25, travel 25. Okay, so holidays, I'll put 100 just in case we do anything for Thanksgiving. I'm not really sure if we will. Travel, I don't think we're traveling anywhere, so I'll put that to 0. Birthdays and holidays, 100 for like Thanksgiving if we end up doing that. I'm not really sure like what our extended family is doing. The only other thing is that surgery. Is there anything I'm gonna need for that? I might just do that for now, and then if something comes up, we will do that. So maybe I'll put budgeting $200 to put into savings maybe, and then the rest I'll just try to keep in here. And then I should have some rollover. I try to roll over like $300 to $500 every month just in case, because the beginning of our month tends to be like when most like big bills come out because our rent comes out, which is like $2,700. I like to keep a little bit of extra money in there in the beginning of the month so I don't have to be like moving money back and forth. That's what my November budget looks like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more vlogs and another budgeting video coming very soon.